Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
I dog his Lum. I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, jot'em down store. This is Lum and Abner.
Let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, Lum and Abner's fears of being imprisoned as jewel thieves suddenly disappeared Friday, when Mr. Devereaux, the owner of the diamonds, called at the store for his lost jewels. However, they had a difficult time explaining this to the county sheriff, whom they had previously called to confess the crime. Even though they knew they were innocent, they believed that confessing to the sheriff would get them off easier than facing Mr. Devereaux and the state police. As we look in on the little community today, we find two very relieved old fellows, once again attending to the duties of their combined bank and jot'em down store. Listen.
Let's see here. Put down 3 and carry 1.
Huh?
I wasn't talking to you. I'm working on these books here. It said put down 3 and carry 1.
That put down 3 and carry 1 business sounds like a dog with a thorn in his foot, Lum. Put down 3 and carry 1.
There's a thorn in my side of these books, all right.
Thorn in your side?
I mean, these books is a thorn in my side. Bad enough all the time, but last week I was so worried over that jewel business and never paid no attention to them. Now I can't get them to balance at all.
Did you put down that $10 we had to give the sheriff?
Yeah, I got that here. Fact is, I got it twice, and they still don't balance.
Well, I never did understand why that sheriff fined us $10.
Well, I never blamed him much. We got off pretty light at that.
We did, huh?
Well, sure. Called him out here all the way from the county seat to arrest us for stealing some diamonds, and after he got out here, I had to tell him there weren't nothing to it.
Yeah, but he charged us $10 for disturbing the peace, Lum. We weren't disturbing nothing.
Well, I think we disturbed him, all right. He was right in the middle of a checker game when we called him out here.
Yeah, well, he was kind of mad. Ain't no doubt about that.
To be honest, I was proud to pay him that $10. Sounded awful little after worrying around here for days about going to the penitentiary.
Yeah.
But that still ain't getting these bank books balanced.
Well, why don't you just let them go, Lum? That bank ain't been nothing but worry ever since we opened it up. I wish we'd close it myself.
Close it?
Well, we ain't making no money out of it, Lum. Takes up all your time working on the books and tending to it. Just close her up and forget about it.
Abner, that's an awful thing to say to a bank president. Want him to close his bank. Especially a feller like me that's got banking in his blood. That's just like taking an old engineer and throwing him off his train.
Who?
Any old-timer that's been running an engine for years and just all of a sudden throw him off.
Oh, that must be old Cannonball Ferguson.
Cannonball Ferguson?
Yeah, he's an old-timer. Been engineering out of the county seat for about 40 years. And they throwed him off, huh?
I never said they throwed him off.
Well, they must have, Lum. Shoved him or something. As long as he's been riding them engines, I don't believe he'd just deliberate jump off.
Abner,
Did it hurt him?
I ain't talking about Cannonball Ferguson.
Oh. Well, that's about the only one I know in there. All right, wait a minute now. There's another fella I know, too, if I can just call his name. It ain't Frank Crawford. He runs a store. You know where his place is. Frank's right up there at the end of D Queen Street.
I know where his store's at.
His woman helps him there in the store.
Well, what's he got to do with it?
Oh, he looks after the buying, I think. Of course, she does most of the work.
I mean, what's he got to do with working on a railroad?
I don't know. This is the first I've heard of it. He might have sold the store for all I know.
You started out here talking about closing up the bank.
Yeah, and then you got to talking about Frank Crawford jumping off an engine.
I never said nothing about him jumping off.
Well, getting towed off or something.
I just said me closing up the bank would be just like taking an old engineer off of his train.
Oh, well, that ain't so bad, just taking him off. I still don't see, though, why us closing up the bank would have anything to do with the railroad.
I just used that for example. It'd be just like an old fire horse if we close up this bank.
Fire horse?
Yeah, you know how they are. Take them off of a fire wagon, and the rest of their life, every time they hear a fire bell, they want to start running.
Well, if that's all that's holding you back, Lum, we can close up long enough for you to go to the fires.
I don't want to go to the fires.
Oh, just want to run, huh?
I say a fire horse wants to run when he hears a fire bell, and an engineer wants to run his engine, and I want to run a bank.
Yeah, that's the best way. Everybody to his own trade. I've always said that.
Plus, we ain't made no lot of money out of the bank. It takes a right smart while to get a business this big on a paying base. We got that stolen jewel business straightened out now, and I can spend more time at it.
Well, you put in the whole morning balancing them books, Lum.
I know it. I've got to get these books balanced before we can tell where we're at.
Well, that's one thing I like about the store. Don't have no book balancing to do. All you gotta do is just look in the cash drawer to see where you're doing any business or not.
I must be making a mistake here somewhere in these figures. Here, Abner, take this stack of checks here and call them out to me, and I'll check this list here.
Call what now?
The names under the check and how much they wrote for.
Oh, yeah. Cedric Weehunt, 5 cents.
Check.
Cedric Weehunt, 5 cents.
Check.
Cedric Weehunt, 10 cents.
Check.
Cedric Weehunt, 5 cents.
Check.
Doggy, that Cedric's about the only one that writes any checks, ain't he?
Yeah, he's our best customer. Ain't no doubt about that.
Cedric Weehunt, 5 cents.
Check.
Cedric Weehunt, 5 cents.
Check.
Mr. C. Weehunt, 10 cents.
Check.
When did he start signing his name that way?
No, he just does that when he's with Clarabelle Seastrong. Showing off. Thinks that Mr. business sounds important.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Cedric Weehunt, 5 cents.
Check.
Cedric Weehunt, 5 cents.
Check.
Is Cedric the only one we got any checks on?
Well, there's some more in there. Witter Aberneth has got one in there somewhere. Big one. 50 cents.
Well, Cedric Weehunt, 5 cents.
Check.
Mr. C. Weehunt, 5 cents.
Check. Clarabelle.
Cedric Weehunt, 5 cents.
Check.
This is getting monopolist. Cedric Weehunt, 5 cents.
Check.
Cedric Weehunt, 5 cents.
Check.
Cedric Weehunt,
Wait,
5
I
cents.
believe that's our ring, Abner.
Well, good.
Blame phone always interrupting a body.
Doggies.
Good minds to have it took out. Third time it's rung today. Hello, jot'em down store and Pine Ridge United Bank talking.
See, and this for the banking business.
How's that? Yeah, this is him talking. Who? Oh, well, how do you do, sir? Yes, sir, I saw you there at the bank. It's Mr. Finks, vice president of the bank in there at the county seat.
Oh,
How's that, sir?
you don't talk as mean as he looks.
Oh, yeah, we've been running for, a couple of weeks now.
Yeah, tell her to check with these things.
Yeah, regular bank. Take deposits and loan out money and everything. Well, I'm in charge. I reckon I'm the president and cashier. When? Well, I reckon so. I'm awful busy right now figuring up collaterals and debits and liables and interest and stuff like that.
Wish I could use them big words like Lum.
The whole board of directors is going to be there, huh?
He does know the bank.
What time was it? I reckon I can make it. Yes, sir. All right, sir. Thank you for calling. Goodbye. Now, Grannies, how do you like that now?
What?
The Union Bank in there at the county seat's having a board of directors meeting tomorrow and want me to be there.
Want you to be there?
Yes, sir. That's what he said.
Well, reckon what he wants you in there for?
Well, I don't know. He's asked me all about our bank we started out here. I reckon the competition's getting a little too much for him. Got him worried.
Good for us.
Granny, they might want to merge with us, you know it?
Merge?
Yeah, go in partnerships with us.
You mean we'd own part of that big bank in there?
Yeah, or buy us out one. I told you we'd make some money out of this bank. Yeah, they'll more than likely make this in a branch out here and want me to be president of both of them.
Is that what he said?
Well, no, he never come right out and said it, but I know in reason they got something like that in mind.
Yeah.
Said they'd heard about us starting a bank out here.
Well, will you have to move into the county seat, Lum?
Well, I hadn't thought about it. I reckon I will. I hate to leave Pine Ridge, but a body can't let sentiment stand in the way of success. Granny's president of the Union Bank. Yeah, more like they'll want me to straighten out some things out for them.
Yeah, well, reckon how much they'll pay you, Lum?
Well, I don't know, but I ain't going to take their first offer, I'll tell you that.
You ain't, huh?
Now, if they want our bank, and my knowledge, they've got to pay for it. They offer me $10,000, I'll hold out for $20,000.
That's that time.
Offer me $50,000, I'll hold out for $100,000.
Hooray for you.
Now, Grannies, I might even ask them $200,000 for it.
$200,000?
Yes, sir. That's what I call making a success. Have a bank a little over 2 weeks and make $200,000 clear profits.
For the land's sakes.
Or do you think I ought to make it $300,000? Which would you ask them, $200,000 or $300,000?
Oh, I don't know hard enough. Well, before we decide that, let's finish this up.
Finish what up?
Cedric Weehunt, 5 cents.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Check.
Cedric Wehunt, 5 cents.
Check.
Cedric Wehunt, 5 cents.